Welcome to a new tutorial. Today we want to introduce you to the corpuls3 new software version 4.4. There are changes in the function test, in monitor mode, in therapy mode and in data management.
It is important to note that this is not a training. We just want to give you some help. Another change to the daily function test can also be found in the capnography area. If the message "no sensor" appears on the display, even though we have connected both the CO2 master cable and the sensor correctly, it can be assumed that there is a cable defect and a replacement should be made accordingly. Very importantly, do not unplug this cable during use.
In monitor mode, we have innovations in non-invasive blood pressure measurement, ECG upload and alarm management. We now have the option to start non-invasive blood pressure measurement via the parameter context menu. You now also have the option of starting or stopping the interval measurement of non-invasive blood pressure via the parameter context menu.
We also have a small change in the auto-upload of the diagnostic ECG area. Previously, this only happened when I printed out the ECG. Now it starts automatically as soon as the ECG has been measured. In the temperature area, we now have a new additional message that appears when the sensor's measuring range is below 12 degrees. Low then appears on the display.
We also have an innovation in manual mode. If we have previously selected auto sync or sync and the charging energy has been reached, we will receive a message that we should press and hold the shock button to deliver energy.
We also have a few new features for troubleshooting in AED mode. If we accidentally press charge here, a message will appear telling us to either press analyze or switch to manual mode. If, during the analysis, the patient electrodes become disconnected from the device and I reconnect them, the analysis will be carried out automatically after 4 seconds. This requires the auto-analysis is activated on the device itself. To avoid confusion between the number of shocks and the time elapsed since the last rhythm check, the symbol for this has been changed accordingly. This applies to both AED mode and manual mode. When we use the metronome in continuous mode for adults or children, we now also receive warning tones for ventilation at regular intervals.
For the CPR feedback sensor, the designation for the display of the 2 pressure depths has changed. You can now choose between the standard pressure depth and the reduced pressure depth. A QR code is required for data transfer from corpuls3 to corpuls mission, conference or report. This was previously placed on the device. This is no longer necessary as the device generates a QR code for this connection under the telemetry menu. The new software version also improves data entry. If you want to use the keyboard to enter data, you can see which field you are editing. Here, for example, the size.
We hope we have been able to briefly and succinctly show you the relevant changes in the context of the software release 4.4. As we mentioned at the beginning, this is not a replacement for training, but is intended to serve as some help. For more help, please take a look at our playlist and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any new tutorials. For further questions, put them in the comments. Goodbye. See you next time.